Hey everyone, my name is Riley, and in this video, I'm going to show you step by step how you can build a website on Kajabi. You might be brand new to Kajabi, you might already have some digital products created, and you might be driving traffic to your links. But something very important that people often forget about inside of Kajabi is how powerful a website can be. So in this video, I'm going to take you step by step through the entire process of building a website. So even if you are brand new to the platform, you have never built a website before, all you have to do is follow along with this tutorial and you will walk away with a beautiful and professional Kajabi website. Before we jump in, I do want to make you an offer. So if you are new to Kajabi, rather than going to the website and getting the standard 14-day free trial, I can offer you an exclusive 30-day free trial by using my partner link in the description. On top of this, on top of getting the extended 30-day free trial, I will also offer you access to the Holden Academy Elite package, which includes 2 of my courses. One of them will teach you how to actually use Kajabi, and the second will teach you how to go from 0 to 10k per month with the digital products. And to sweeten the deal even more, I will also give you access to my insider community, where you can jump on coaching calls with me and you can ask me any questions that you may have. So once again, to claim this, all you have to do is sign up to Kajabi using my partner link. Okay, now inside of Kajabi, I'm on a brand new Kajabi account right here. So I'm in the exact same situation that you might be in, with no website created, absolutely nothing in here, right? So to create a website, what we are going to do is go over to website on the left-hand side. And the first thing that we want to do is go into design. Now, when we go into design, it's now going to ask us to pick a template to get started. So we can go ahead and pick a template right here. Now, from these templates, even though you are watching my tutorial, you don't have to choose the same template as I am. The reason for this is because the Kajabi editor, the way that we edit things and add things in, remained consistent across all of these different templates. What I would also say about this is don't necessarily look at the images or the text that is on here, because this is all customizable. What you want to look at is the layout of this. So do you want a big banner like this? Do you want an even bigger banner with a small image and huge text? This is what you want to look at, the layout of the page rather than the images or what makes up the page. So just in this example, I'm going to go ahead and choose this template right here, and we can click on get started. And in this example, I will build out a website just like I am for this brand right now, teaching people how to sell and build a digital product business. So as you can see, we currently have the website template loaded in. We have all of these different pages that we can now go through and customize and edit. So to go in and customize these, we are just going to click on customize up here at the top. Now, when this loads in, we can customize all of these pages right here, and we can even click into all of these other pages. So we can go to the library page, the blog page, we can customize all of these. But we are going to start out on this homepage, and the awesome thing about the Kajabi editor is how simple they make this. This is essentially what we call a drag and drop editor. And what this means is there's no coding at all required. All we have to do is click into elements to change them, and that's how we can build the website. So, as an example, the biggest thing that I would need to change right now on this site is, of course, going to be this background image. I have a random finance guy here. He has nothing to do with my brand, nothing to do with my channel. So I want to go ahead and change this to either a generic image or an image of myself, depending on the brand that you are building. So I'm going to change this to an image of myself. If you don't have a photo shoot created, or if you are more of a faceless brand right now, what I would recommend is get images from this site right here called Pexels. I could go in and type in marketing, for example. And then as you can see, we have all of these images right here that I could potentially use. All of these images are free. They are fine to use commercially. So this is why I would use Pexels. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to change this to an image of myself. So I just click into this background right here. Go to background on this left-hand side, and right here we can see the background image that I can go ahead and change. So I'm just going to change it to this image of myself. We can go ahead and we can save this. And just like that, my image has now been added here at the top. Perfect. So now what we can do once we have this background image added in is, as I said, drag and drop editor. So very, very easy to edit the text. We can go into this piece of text right here where it says, let's get serious about your money. And we can say launch your digital product business and make your first sale in the next 30 days. Right? This is going to be my tagline. We might want to go ahead and make this a little bit smaller. So instead of headline 1, I'm just going to go ahead and change this to heading 2. Perfect. And then we can go down here and we can add a brief description underneath. So we can say my step-by-step, this isn't bad. We can say launch a profitable digital product business so that you can escape the 9 to 5 rat race. Perfect. So we now have this added in right there, and this top section is really starting to come along, right? So what we now might want to do is click into this button, and I want this to be more of my branded colors, which is more of a blue than a green. So what I'm going to do is just go down here to the call to action, and we can change this to a blue color, just like that. And then we can also link this to a certain page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link this to like my library where people can check out all of my courses. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to link this to my courses page. Then the final thing that we want to do in this top section right here is just edit this header. So the first thing is we can edit this logo on the left hand side. We just click into this and then we can upload our own logo. So we can go in and I'm just going to upload my logo right here. Click on save and drop this in. And then we can go in and maybe make this a little bit smaller. Let's drop this to 90 and that's going to be much better. So the rest of the page is essentially going to be the exact same. What we can do is we can go down to these sections where it says featured in, and we can click into this and we can choose this image. So this just looks like an image that they have created. So we could maybe even add social links in. We could create our own image with like Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. Or alternatively, if you don't want this at all, like this featured in section doesn't really fit, we can just go down and delete this section. Then down here, we could start editing this next section. So where it says get started, I do like this. I'm just going to go ahead and change the color. So we can use this bar at the top to start changing the colors around. And we can say, where would you like to get started? We could say in here, we could say learn Kajabi. And for this, I could say check out my YouTube channel to learn how to use the best course selling platform on the internet. And then what I could do is I could go in here and I could say, go my YouTube channel, right? Just like that. And then what I could do is just go to this call to action button once again, go to a URL, and I would link my YouTube channel in here. Then we could say, instead of learn Kajabi, then instead of learn Kajabi, we could go ahead and say, launch your digital product business, just like that. And then for the call to action down here, we would add a call to action, go into here, and then where is this going to link to? We could link to a section on this page and we could go to courses right here. You get the idea. We can go in and we can change like the background color of these, and we essentially just go down and edit the rest of the page. So you can edit the sections that you do like. If you don't like a specific section, we can go in and delete this. And then you can add new things to the page by going over here to add section right here. And we can add like hero sections, which is like this section. Once again, we can add like featured cards. I'll show you how these look. So we could add these in at the bottom. We can add in carousels. We can add opt-in forms. We can add images, videos, anything that you want to add in. And I would recommend playing around with these if this is your first time building a website, but you drop these in and then edit them in the same way that I just showed you. So that is the homepage right there. And then once you are happy with how this looks, we just go to save. And then we can essentially go through and go to all of the other pages and customize them in the same way. So this is going to be in my library, but this is going to be made up of my courses. So I'm just going to say in here, my courses. I don't have any courses created on this account because, well, this is a brand new account, as I said, but my products and my courses, when I create them, will automatically be added into here. So the only thing that I might want to go in and change on this screen is going to be this background image right here. So that is the library. We can then go through to like the to make sure this is saved. We can then go through to all of the other pages on here. Like we have a blog that we can go ahead and build out, and I'll show you how to do this. We can go in and edit the thank you page. And with all of these pages, you just edit them in the exact same way that I showed you with this drag and drop editor. So that is how we can actually create the website right there. With the blog, we can go down to blog right here, and we can go ahead and start creating blog posts. Now, as this is more about a website, I'm not going to go into crazy detail as to how to create a blog. I've already created a video on this, and if you would like to check that out, I will leave a link to that in the description. But you can create a blog in here. And then when you do, once you have created your blog, this is going to show up in the blog page right here. If I just go to blog, it's going to show up all of your blog posts on the blog page for your website. So once we have that created, the last thing that we really want to do is just to go into the site details right here. And in the site details, this is all absolutely fine, but we want to go down and add in your logo and a favicon right here. So a favicon is, you see like this Kajabi logo and this Google Sheets logo on the top of these tabs. This is called a favicon, right? So we would just go down and we can upload our logo to these. So I'm just going to drop this in. This is my logo for this. This is now going to be my favicon. And then we can drop a logo in for this as well. So that is now created. We can also go down here into SEO and social sharing. And this is how your page is going to be found online. So in here, we could go in and we could type this Holden Academy, and then this is going to show up better on Google. We can type a short page description in here. So I could say, Holden Academy teaches you how to build a profitable online digital product selling business. We can go down and save this, and that is now saved. The final thing that I did forget to mention that I'll just touch on right here is what you can do is if we go to customize, you can customize like the colors, the fonts that are used on your website and things like this. The way that we do this is just by going back into customize, the way that we customize the rest of the website, going over here to settings, and then we can go to style guide right here. So we can see the main page background color is going to be green, sorry, but I'll set that to blue. We can set the primary color right here of the website to blue. The button background color is once again going to be blue. Just make sure this is all congruent. And then down here, this is where we can change the font on the site. So right now it's set to this. I actually kind of like this, but just to show you, if we were to change this, we can change this to like Breeze Serif. We'll do the same, just change this to Oswald so that you can see. And then we can go down and click on save. And as you can see, that font is now going to change. So that's how you can change the font color and the text on your website. So that is how you can create a website on Kajabi. If you found this video valuable, check out the rest of my channel for Kajabi tips, tricks, and updates. There's a bunch of Kajabi content on here showing you everything that you need to know about Kajabi. If you like this content and you want to see more of me, tap that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to smash that like button. And until next time, take it easy.